What's up, guys? It's Oscar with Expico here again. Today, as you guys can see on the screen, we got Jack Munro here with us. Hey, Jack, how you doing today?
Good. If I was any better, it'd be you.
What Where are you currently at, man?
I'm currently in Seaside, Florida, here with a couple other kids on the APP Next Gen national team, and just some all-around good kids. We're on like kind of vacation for the week, but we're playing like 6-7 hours of pickle a day. So we just got off the court right now. It's 6 o'clock, and we got here at like 3. So we had a 3-hour session. We drove
So
for a bit.
that's like the Next Gen APP team. That's what you said.
Yeah, but we had different sponsors than the Next Gen team did, but we just had players from the team that were here.
Okay, cool. Well, man, I guess like tell us a little bit more about yourself. Like, so where are you from, and like how did like pickleball came into your life?
So it was pretty young. If we go back like 8 years, I was playing baseball on Team USA. I was like traveling for baseball, and then I threw my arm out pitching. So I fractured my rotator cuff. So I was in a sling for a couple of months. And then at the country club where I was near, my dad was playing pickleball because he just got introduced to it and was playing. And after he was playing at night, I'd be like, come on. Like, this is the only thing I could do. So because then I started hitting with him for a bit after he was done. And then since I was in a sling with my right hand, I started hitting left hand. And then once I got the sling off, about 3 months later, I felt so used to my left hand that I stuck with the left hand for the most part. I still hit like some shots with my right hand. Like sometimes I serve right or hit overheads right or volley right or even dink right. But both feel natural now. So that was a cool way to get into pickleball, especially back when I was so young.
So how old were you when you first played?
Like 10, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said, where are you from again?
I'm from SoCal, so like Simi Valley, Thousand Oaks. It's a little north of LA.
Okay, cool. I like that area. My sister lives in LA, so I'll go out there quite often. So yeah, no, I was like doing some research on you, and you're one of like the OGs, right? Like you said, right? You started playing pickle when you were 10. So what year was that? Like,
it was way different.
Yeah.
Some of the differences was that it was just a much slower game. It was like dinks only. No one sped up off the bounce. Nobody even sped up a ball unless it was hip level or higher, or say like even chest level or higher. And people would hit loopy dinks, loopy thirds, all of this stuff. And then so when I got back into it about a year and a half ago, I still hit those shots, and I quickly realized that I was getting my stuff smacked down my throat because I was hitting loopy drops and they're speeding up off the bounce. And then I realized how quicker and faster the game got over those 4 years while I was gone. And I mean, there was like, I missed a lot of growing pains while I was gone, such as like, the APP, the PPA and stuff like that. But I'm really glad to be back, obviously.
I was like doing some research on you, and somewhere said that you were like the youngest 5-0 player out there.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I read. I was like, shit. So he's an OG.
Yeah. So I was, I think I have the date. I think it was like October of 2016. I think I got the official USAPA email saying, congratulations, you've been bumped to a 5-0. But yeah, it was granted. Like, I'm not trying to say I was the best at that age because Anna Lee was obviously playing pro and she was, a bit older than that, but she was way above me in terms of skill. So
yeah, I saw like a tournament somewhere on YouTube. Like you were playing against Anna Lee. Like I think it was like mixed doubles. And you look young, man. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I played with Rachel Elliott, which is the daughter of the people who own Engage Pickleball, the Elliots. And then I played against Will Sobek and Anna Lee. And so that was at Nationals, I don't know, like 2016, 2017, whenever it was. But yeah, that's still on YouTube. And that was, a lot of people watched that because that was back when Anna Lee was just getting started. And I got passed by her like 5 times in mixed doubles because I'm trying to cover middle. And then she had this like she could shape the ball cross court right to my corner, and I was getting absolutely obliterated by her.
Yeah, that was cool to see. You guys look pretty young. And so you live in Austin right now, right? So what made you move to from a NorCal LA area to Austin, man?
I wanted to, and I mean, it sounds cliche, but I wanted to spread my wings through college. So I was considering a couple other places, but I landed on UT because I really wanted to go into their business school. And then obviously the city outside of it was pretty cool as well. I mean, obviously it was making headlines like a couple years ago, whatever, it's a city, whatever, all the companies are moving there. But I wanted
Yeah.
to go for the college, obviously. And so I moved there, and I wasn't really expecting to play much pickleball. So pickleball was probably the best byproduct that I could have asked for without even really thinking about it. I got hooked up in like I knew one of my friends knew somebody who moved to Austin who was in a pickleball group in Austin, and then just the dominoes fell down after that. I just meet this guy, meet this guy, meet this guy, meet this guy, and then bang, I'm hitting with a couple pros at Dreamland or
Oh,
something.
okay. So like you moved to Austin, but you had no like intentions of playing pickleball, right?
I wouldn't say no, but it was certainly unexpected. I was like, okay,
Okay.
Austin has pickleball, Austin has these guys, but I mean, like it would be cool to play with them, but I mean, I was just playing with my local group, and I was trying to get back into it, so it was cool that Austin had all of it.
What do you like better, LA or Austin?
In terms of where I'm at in SoCal,
Yeah.
I would prefer that, but I mean, obviously, it's super expensive,
Mhm.
so I would. It sounds bad, but in terms of like if I make 70-80K in Austin, it's actually like livable. Like I have
Yeah.
a really good lifestyle.
Yeah.
If if I live in Austin with that, compared to Thousand Oaks or somewhere like that, where I can't even buy a house for whatever less than
Yeah, that
whatever a
makes
little.
sense. Yeah. I've been noticing a lot of like Californians moving to Austin specifically. So
Yeah, yeah.
so you said that I believe you just got accepted in UT, right? University of Texas. But also I saw that you were accepted in Rice as well, which is where I guess I live in Houston and Rice is in Houston. So I was curious, like what made you choose UT over Rice?
There were a couple things. I mean, obviously, the one of the shining aspects of it was the fact that pickleball's in Austin. It's not really in Houston. I know
Yeah.
one person that plays pickleball out of Houston, and yeah, so I was like, that's cool. The friend group that I established in Austin, they're all like
Mm-hmm.
young people in their 20s, 30s, 40s that I play pickleball with, and I really liked that friend group. We also purchased a property in Austin
Okay.
in order to establish residency. So we would have to sell that, and we bought it basically at the peak of the market. So we'd be selling that at like a substantial loss, obviously.
Okay.
So yeah, those were probably the three aspects of it that went into it. And I think that Rice obviously has some notoriety outside of Texas in terms
Mm-hmm.
of the West Coast and the East Coast. Um, One could argue maybe even a little bit more than UT, but I think that UT can give me a lot more opportunities in terms of their like alumni and
Yeah.
just the tools at their school.
Well, hopefully you're making the right choice, man. It sounds like it. And what
Yeah.
about how are you gonna? I guess what are your plans? So you're still gonna be trying to play pickleball as a pro level, or what are you thinking when school starts?
When school starts, I'm hoping to continue to play pro. I'm hoping to find a schedule, which would be tough. It's going to be tough as a transfer student, as a sophomore transfer student, to get classes Monday through Wednesday. But that would be ideal, But some classes run Tuesday, Thursday. So maybe try to do like a morning class Tuesday, Thursday, so then I can fly out Thursday afternoon to make mixed and men's on Friday and Saturday. But I'm hoping to still play pro. And I would really like to do that once, twice a month if not more, and as well as create content. I think I really like the content that I put out, and I want to continue to grow the social media side as well.
Yeah, I also like, I guess like now that we're talking about your content, I was watching your content and I see that you have some videos with like Ben Jones. Is that in Austin?
It's certainly like one-offs, but I've drilled with him a couple times, maybe him and Colin as well.
Okay.
But they just because I'm a lefty, so sometimes they need me to come in there because there's not many high level lefties, especially in Austin. So I kind of help them, find their spots or stuff like that in case they need anything like that, like a dummy, a guinea pig, or anything like that. But
Cool.
yeah, I've drilled with Ben a couple times, and I've taken away so much. I mean, seriously, it's priceless how much I learned. This dude, his gears are spinning 24/7, and it's the perfect amount of humor, strategy, and seriousness all at the same time.
Yeah, he's the GOAT, right? So
Yeah.
how do you meet him?
I knew him back in the day when my parents ran the Triple Crown tournament, if you've heard of it.
Okay.
And so that was where we invited all the pros over. We hosted them, and then we did 3 days of men's pickleball. So, but you couldn't have the same partner every day. So like then Ben would play with Matt, Ben would play with Kyle Yates, and then all these different people. And so we hosted them. I got close with them through that. I got shipped to Canada with a couple of the pros like Kyle, Michelle Esquivel, Ben Johns, and Chris Miller.
Okay.
And so that was obviously a great time with them, and just traveling to all these tournaments, seeing them like the nationals, and just small talking it. Obviously, I was super young, so I wasn't mature enough to get a super close relationship. But obviously, like we'd mess around, and he was young enough where he'd just we'd play singles after a long day and just screw around, and he'd play me lefty or something. And it was fun.
That's cool, man. That's cool. So, so for this season, so what kind of tournaments are you more like focused on? Are you focused more on the APP tour or the PPA? Because I know you're part of the APP next gen team or whatever.
So because I'm part of the next gen national team, I'm hoping to play more APPs just in terms of value. And I honestly genuinely like the tour and what they have to offer.
Okay.
In terms of say like a percentage, I'll probably play 75-80% APPs and then 20% PPAs.
Okay.
Because I do think that there's obviously better play at the PPA level. But both tours do things right and wrong, obviously. So it's kind of good. I like going to both because then I get to compare, what this one does, what this one does wrong.
What's your favorite APP tournament?
I liked New York, but I would probably have to go with Newport. Newport was fun. In terms of like it was ran surprisingly well.
Okay.
They still need to fix the qualifying stuff. Both tours do. But yeah, so I like Newport just because I mean it's a great venue. I mean the Newport Tennis Club is absurd. It's right next to Fashion Island. It's right next to the beach. It's nice weather. It's perfect.
Okay, so Newport for APP. What about PPA? What's your favorite PPA tournament?
Shoot, I wish I could say Austin, but I wish Austin was better. Probably, I mean PPA like Newport was fun too when they played at that club. But let's see. I didn't go to Atlanta, but I only heard good things about Atlanta, which was a first. So I wish I went to Atlanta. But in terms of PPAs, I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
Did you like the Dallas one?
Yes, I did. PPA Dallas was very good. Yeah.
They have they have like their own they have their own like dedicated like pickle courts. So I guess that was cool. I went to that one. So just wondering what you thought about that one.
Yeah. I liked it.
So Jack, so tell me more. What are the goals for the rest of the season, man?
Goals: continue growing a following, like on my
Okay.
social media, keep putting out content consistently. My goal's once a day. Whether that's sustainable or not, we'll find out. But I certainly have enough clips for it. I just need to keep playing consistently. Um, yeah, I think putting out content is as big as going pro because honestly, if you have more than 10,000 followers in the pickleball niche, you're making more than a lower mid-level pro. So I do think that that's important to have a brand around my name.
Mm-hmm.
So that my goal would be to medal in APPs and at least have a positive record in PPAs. And I think that I can certainly do that because the past 6 months, maybe the past year, I've been dialing out partners or dialing down on partners and trying to sort out like which one's mix, which one's gel. And so I think that I can certainly compete in PPAs and I can hopefully medal in APPs. And getting better at my singles game would certainly be a plus. Um, yeah, so I would certainly put medaling in APPs, especially in men's doubles, and putting out content consistently. I would also like to develop the most prestigious club, the pickleball club in the nation at UT. I'm hoping to create an Instagram account for it. I've talked
Okay.
to the people at Duper that run the college side of it. They set me up with a Duper club already, so I'm hoping to like
That's
basically push
awesome, man.
UT. Yeah, so I'm
They
hoping to
don't they
get.
don't have a club yet? I'm assuming they didn't have a club before you
Mm-mm,
started.
no,
Okay.
they may have intramurals. I need to figure that out, but they certainly don't have a club. And so my goal is to eventually put permanent courts in UT. And so that starts with obviously getting enough people where, we're backflowing taped tennis courts or something like that. But that's basically gonna be my little baby while I'm in college.
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely a great idea. I've been seeing like some colleges like having their own pickleball teams. So surprised that UT didn't have one, but yeah, you're there, man. So they're lucky they have you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, man, yeah. Thanks for everything, man. Keep having fun in Florida, and hope to meet you in person soon. And thanks for your time. It was great to talk to you, Jack. And wish you the
Seriously,
best for the rest of the season, man.
yes. I wish I could say you too, but just keep. I mean, putting out content. I mean, I know you're certainly gonna grow. So, I
For
mean,
sure,
obviously,
man.
good luck.
Thanks for the great vibes, man. Appreciate it, bro.
You too.
All right, see you, man.